Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on whereabouts in the world you are. I hope you're having a phenomenal day so far. And welcome to Friday's stream. We're kicking off with some Farthest Frontier. So this is our one of my favourite city building games, and this is New Derpville that we've been playing. This is part 11 of our build of New Derpville. We've been slowly expanding, and the last couple of well, as far as I can remember, the last couple of stream starts on Farthest Frontier have involved me being invaded by vast amounts of invaders while having no particular city defences. So let's get back into it and see if we can solve some of those problems. We're going to try and build out some city walls, increase our defences, and maybe build out our army a little bit more. I'd really like to get more cavalry. I really love the new cavalry and infantry types that the patch, I think it was about 2 months ago, introduced. Really makes some changes to how the game plays. So, yeah, it's going to be some interesting times. That's interesting. Villagers who are very unhappy will drink more at pubs and can become violent when intoxicated. So they're just unhappy individuals. It's not the alcohol, it's the unhappiness. Right. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So, we have New Derpville. We're just going through and having a quick look around and seeing where we were. So we've got a hunting area here. We've got our main city area in the center here. We have all of our housing is kind of down this way. We may have to expand that a little bit more. We've got our farming area over this side, our industrial area, our orchards, which also have livestock on them. We're horse breeding over the opposite side by the farms, and we're up and setting up a castle over here if we can. We don't get people trapped trying to build it. And then our pathetic excuse for walls on this side, along with most of our forestry. You can see we've been planting a shed load of trees, and that's where our forestry industry's on. So let's get ourselves up and running. Theranim, the Godly Gecko, lovely to have you here. Mark and Laz, lovely to have you here too. How goes it? Also, need to go and deal with that coffee. I did actually put a cup underneath it, but the coffee announcement didn't come on. So give me a moment. Let me see if I can sort that out. Right. Let's see. Thank you very much for the coffee. Much appreciated. The Godly Gecko says you have a very, very familiar voice. I feel like I've heard you before. Laz says, is that in a nightmare? Wow. Wow. Thanks, Laz. Let's get ourselves set up. Apothecary shop. So, where to begin? When new merchants arrived, let's try and begin there. That is not a new merchant arriving. That is a lie. You know what? I'm tempted to pick up heavy tools there, but let's not. I'm going to go and grab that coffee. You heard my voice on YouTube? Possibly. I have a very small YouTube channel as well. The Golden Gecko says, I really want to stream this game, but it feels like not many people would find me. Would you say it's worth doing? The YouTube channel name is Imaflanker UK is super imaginative. That's an interesting question. If you feel that you would, I think it's the same as streaming anything. Truth be told, if you can think of something interesting and compelling to do while playing the game, and it depends on why you stream as well. If you're streaming to grow, there are certain things that you should look to do. You should look to find games you can add value to, find directories that aren't necessarily full, or just things you're really passionate about that you can produce interesting and compelling content for. If you're streaming just for fun, then none of that matters. So just play the games you enjoy. Unfortunately, there is Much I would like to deprive this person of all of their gold, there's really not a lot we can sell here, and they don't really have very much that we need to buy. I'm ideally looking for stone. I am a little bit tempted to try and get some wood in, giggity, to sell wooden planks and in turn buy smoked fish. But if we have a look through, produce materials, wood planks. Yeah, in general, we're producing a lot more than we're consuming. We could potentially do that. It's always just fun. We'd like to chat to people. It's nice to have company when I game. That's why I started streaming. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely... The challenge is... if you're just doing it for fun, then the reality is... So I do a lot of things that you shouldn't do if you want to grow as a streamer. So don't do as I do. I play lots of multiplayer games and have lots of people on voice and all those things that really you shouldn't do as a streamer. And if you're looking for people to watch your streams, they, in general, need to be looking for the content you're producing. That's why a lot of streamers jump on new games all the time or will be hyper specialized. But if you are genuinely not worried about your viewer numbers, like, just play what you enjoy. Have some fun playing it, and yeah, if you're in a directory that doesn't have a huge number of other people playing the same game at the same time, people might stumble over you. Oh, if you know very little in comparison to me, you're in trouble, because I know nothing. Right, let's sell all of that. Honestly, doing that just to get a wee bit more gold in. A very wee bit, apparently. Because woven baskets are one of our export items. Because we have loads of reeds here. But the... streaming in general is an activity for people that can't do maths, and that's okay. And by that I mean that over the last year, there are the average viewers on Twitch are 2.4 million, as an example. The average channels on Twitch is 96,939 channels live at any one time, where the actual total channels, hang on, let me have a look. Is it going to tell me? Channels, streams. Right. The total number of streamers on Twitch is nearly 21 million. It's 20,782,000. The reason I mention all that, if you divide those numbers up, you realize that any one time on Twitch, there's between 15 and 20 people per streamer if everyone watched different streamers all the time. So if you are looking at streaming, and bear in mind that a lot of those viewers will be watching the most popular streamers, so, there are actually very few viewers out there just looking for something to watch, and that's okay. I say all of that to say that the vast majority of channels have less than 3 to 5 concurrent viewers, and that's absolutely okay. You're doing great. And particularly for chilled out games, you might not see a lot of chat from those people that are watching. And that takes time to build up over time. So I would play the games you like, enjoy yourself, and don't stress if you've only got 2 or 3 viewers, because you are doing just a-okay. So there's 2 million viewers online at any one time, and 2 million active affiliates. So if every affiliate streamed at the same time, they would outnumber the average number of viewers on Twitch. But at any one time, if I just bring up the stats for the year, on average, there are 2.4 million viewers and 96,000 channels streaming at any one particular time. So if you had 96,000 channels on your TV, what's the chance of you getting through all of those? Flanker's addicted? I don't know what you mean. You started about 4 weeks ago, you got affiliate and get roughly 3 to 8 concurrent views and higher in AoE and day dependent. That's awesome. You're doing great. Honestly, carry on doing what you're doing. And if you enjoy this game, go for streaming it. That is absolutely awesome, Godly Gecko. If you want to let our community know when you're streaming, we've got a small community of a little over 600 people on our Discord. If you just go and say hi in the social channel in Discord, which the link is down below for, or you can just put just there. Say hi and I'll give you the fellow streamers role. And you can let the community know when you're going live by using our live command in the Going Live channel. So you might find some more viewers there as well. But one thing I would say, if you've not been streaming long, I'm A-okay with you talking about streaming us, having a chat about it. It's genuinely not a problem at all. I would say that there are, as a general piece of Twitch etiquette, there are quite a few streamers that will banhammer you for mentioning you stream. So I would just be a bit careful. Which I think is silly personally, but it's mainly mainly because a lot of streamers don't see it as adding to their chat. It's not that they think you're going to steal their viewers. If you stream this and you do a better job than me, or viewers love watching you more than me, you know what? That's awesome. I'm super happy for my community to be watching you and vice versa. Just mentioning it as it's brutal, how do you make friends? Raiding. Like on Twitch very specifically, picking people to raid that are about the same size as you. There's no point in raiding channels that are massively bigger than you in general. And in fact, some larger streams will turn raids off to prevent people from raiding them. But raiding is a good way of raiding someone about the similar size as you, that's doing some content that you think your viewers will find entertaining. The risk to that is they might find them more entertaining. But you can't be streaming 24/7, and it helps build a small community. And then you've done something for them. You've brought some viewers over to them, no matter how small. And it gives you an opportunity. Most streamers will then want to chat about how your game went. Whereas if you just turn up in their chat and I streamed this, I'd like to play this game, I'm going off to go and stream later. Like, if you think about if someone came and jumped in your channel with that a lot of streamers don't feel that it's really additive to their chat, and mildly annoying at best. Now, my personal view is that I'd rather just have a chat with everyone. But, yes, it is, some streamers view it the same as if you went into a shop they ran and said, oh, I do this and I do it cheaper. Oh, I sell these too. Have you thought about doing this? So, not a complaint in the slightest, just to be super clear, but just something to be careful of, because particularly streamers that are struggling a little bit more, or streamers that have a... you think the community I come from is very different. We shout people out in the AoE, but I guess that's because we're so tight-knit. Yeah, and if you're part of a community, that's I think slightly different. So, and that's pretty universal. So if you are, let me sort your role out for you. Apologies. Sorry, I'm just doing it now. There you go. You've got the role in Discord now as well. So now when you go live, if you put !live and your Twitch space, then your Twitch username in the going live channel, it will let everyone know that you're going live and what you're playing. Yeah, I think it depends. If you're in the community or you have been part of a community for a long time for a particular game, I think people are way more hyped to see what you do differently or how you're going to play the game they love differently, and you're part of that community. You're already adding to the conversation, right? Whereas if it's a more... I'm going to have to do something about this well. Whereas if it's just jumping in and talking about the things you do, I think it can be harder to get people, because that is a problem. Hang on, we're going to try and solve that. So I have been looking for problems while I've been chatting as well. I do not have a solution to that. Damn. Let's see. What are you making? 6-to-1 heavy tools. We really are focusing on heavy tools here. The reason heavy tools are a problem is it is kind of a game ending issue. You need heavy tools for certain buildings. And if you don't have heavy tools, there's actually no point in me having anyone in there. Unless he's... Oh no, he's carrying heavy tools. Cool. The buildings will actually just stop working. Gonna do over here? Let's have a look. But yeah, I think if you're already part of a community, you're already being additive to a community. People are way more hyped to kind of help out, and particularly like AoE is is an interesting niche where people are just super happy that people are playing AoE. I say that as someone that we play PvE, AoE, once or twice a month as a community game. The thing about your conversation doesn't make sense. I suppose it's a pretty competitive industry who make a career rather than just making friends. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it, is that I don't encourage you to go and look up the exact numbers. But there was a hack and a leak of Twitch streamers' income of the top 10,000 streamers. Bear in mind, there are 2-point-something million. In the top 10,000 streamers, it got to 7,000 before they were making less than minimum wage, assuming they only ever streamed 40 hours a week tops. So there isn't actually very much money in streaming outside of a concentrated amount at the very top. So if you do have people that are struggling and are struggling to get a stream going and trying to make this their full-time gig, hey, back to the analogy of the shop, is like someone coming into your struggling business and then telling people how much cheaper you are for particular products, or how your products are better. I think is how some streamers see it, which I think is a shame. But yeah, it's kind of understandable. Hey, Waggly.
Guess I'm still here. When does this stop? Someone save me, please. In other news, I had cheese scones.
Waggly, you are so mean. Just out of interest, Waggly, for those that don't know, Waggly lives closer to my mum than I do, and used to live around the corner from me, and has now been visiting my mum for her baking, and sharing exactly how much of my mum's baking she's had. I haven't had my mum's baking in a year or so. Did you enjoy the onion bargee Scotch eggs I left for you? But yeah, it's been 11 years. So, sorry, 11 sessions. So not very long. And this is kind of the start of our Friday chill out. So how are you, Physics? I'm happy to talk about whatever you'd like. It's more like if you are a new streamer, I know there are some very sensitive streamers out there that for some good reason. Right, our firewood. We do have a few different buildings already set up that we can just put firewood in, but we are also very, very understaffed, and I think that's because we took some real losses in the last raid that came in. So what we're going to have to do is build ourselves some more housing. Oh, you stop dying, we'll stop paying you. So as long as you've got we're trying to keep 6 months worth of food in stores, and we've got space for people to live, we can try and attract more and more people to our city. That's 2 of them died now. Cutting the wages on both. Hi, Russ. The problem is, because we're short on labourers, we need 100 labourers. We've got 47. And we're short on soldiers after that last raid as well. I think we saw a raid off just before the save. It's your mum's for dinner tonight's curry night. Your mum does make an awesome curry, Wagley. I am very jealous. You kindly share updates about what I've been doing with my mum. Oh, thanks. That would explain why I'm always in trouble with my mum. A large stockyard. We got a brick root cellar that's filling up. Do we have... That's okay. We've got another neighbouring stockyard. We've got quite a lot of clay at the moment. I think that's because we bought clay so we could pull people out of the pits. Yeah, we did indeed. Okay, I'm trying to remember what we're doing here. So, let's get ourselves up and running. We need to expand... A predator's attacking village. Really? I don't have the villagers to spare, sir. Why is there a... There's a boar in with our chickens. Oh, nice. Alta managed to slay the boar. We didn't need the hunter after all. Right. I don't think this is true. I think this is a graphical glitch. But we do have lots of hide coats being produced. Physics says, isn't there a clip somewhere, Flanker, that we made for your mum? Added to the list. Thanks, Wagley. So what's your starting strat on this game then, Flanker? Normally just to try and get some our wood cutting up and running as quickly as possible with some gathering. How about yourself? So I tend to do fairly early on. We go a little bit out of town. Herbalists and hunters. Should probably do something about the work camps here as well. But herbalist hunters and hunting down some basic materials and then get into farming in year 2 or 3, hopefully. Who clipped this? Hang on.
Oh, one of my wives is finally pregnant. You better pop out a boy.
Oh. The voice of physics there. If you're after successful gaming strats, you're in the wrong place, says Wagley. I mean, that's probably fair, Wagley. Oh, come on, Farthest Frontier. Can you please just stop doing that? There we go. What does everyone want to play today, by the way? So we've got Farthest Frontier for another hour? Hour and a half, sorry. This is our long streaming day. So what sort of games do you guys fancy playing today? We could play some more Manor Lords now. I've had a few hours break and I thought through a different strat. We could play some Supermarket Simulator. We still have to get to level 10 in that. I think Wagley sent me a new game. I've also been sent Amber, Just Scroll, Claymores of the Lost Kingdom, Kyborg, Please Leave Me Alone, I Need to Poop. What the heck is that? Pirate Patrol and Geno Panic through our team at Gaming Buzz as press keys. And there's also been an update to Old World that we can play a little on that the guys over at Hooded Horse have sent over. Just wanted to ask for a schedule. You think that I've been prepared enough to put a full schedule together for our Fridays? Well. Old World, says Laz. Laz says, how about we play the Flanker is Silent game? Love you too. What other games are you playing at the moment, the Godly Gecko? Something new. Well, we do have a First Play Friday slot that we could expand. We have some problems here. Our storage is starting to fill up a bit. So I'm trying to make sure we place all of our storage nearby to our city centre. So when the raiders come for us, we don't have too much that's not protected. I'm also a little concerned about us not picking up the waste over here. I hadn't forgotten about it. Has that been picked up now? Okay, there's 100 in storage, but it is that's down from 393, so I think we're onto a winner there. Firewood splitter, saw pit. Right, the resources. Right, our storehouse isn't looking so full, our warehouse, but our stockyard is. We do have another stockyard over here, though. Oh, no, we're doing okay. There's a stockyard a little bit further away. It's just because this one's nearest the city centre. We have a fair amount of flax at the moment as well. Do the game Wagley said. Sent. Oh, all right, okay. You got it as you thought it would annoy me. Excellent. What is the game? Hang on. Two things I'm going to do. I do wish the guys over at Crate, I love them. However, if they would just allow sound to keep existing consistently when you tab, because when people are streaming games, they need to tab. E-Startup Business Tycoon. Thomas says, that is quite a far frontier, sir. Hey, Zolmat, how are you today? Lovely to have you here. Wagley says, saying that he liked the last one, it was a disappointment. £10 wasted. Wow. Is Sponge here, says Physics. I don't actually know this one, but I haven't seen him yet. You play too much. Mandalore's Farthest Frontier, recently trying Dwarf Fortress, Valheim, AoE, Rocket League, Halo, Dota, Wandering Village. Wandering Village is such a chill game. Pioneers of Pagonia, pretty much every city builder out there. That's reasonable. That is far more focused than my games that I play. Which depends on the day of the week and the type of games we play. Because that has a city building strategy vibe to pretty much all of them. Love it. So I say some good, just out of your main meeting for the day on some quiet time. Theranum says, I'm an evil genius too at the moment. How are you enjoying that? And would you recommend it, Theranum? Because I haven't actually played any of the Evil Genius games. I think I got offered a review key and I didn't take it. That's not a reflection on my thoughts on the game, just I had too many games. Is there a problem with Minions or the training room? Maybe we should rob a bank, says Mark. Evil Genius 2's Pog says the Godly Gecko, excellent game. Ooh. We have a trader. Other than helping continue to solve our food problem in terms of variety, because we don't really have any fishing ourselves, there's not a lot here, is there? Well, we do have a decent amount of iron now. Our production's gone up. Oh, game, thank you. I think we might do a beer for fish swap. Or a beer for gold swap. There you go. It's not a great price selling our soap at. And with so many residents, I'd like to keep about 200 in stock, so we're a little bit closer than I would like. Can't forget Timborn 2, that game's awesome. Yeah, FG played a lot of Timborn. I think that is the most FG on-brand game. I really enjoyed watching her play that. Oh, there you go. If we are selling our soap, they'll buy it for more. I don't think we particularly need more horses, because we've already got enough to breed. Actually, I'll go and check on those in a little bit. We'll take a wee bit of gold from them. How's our grain looking? More as a defensive strategy than anything else. I think I'm going to take another 300 gold. Sorry, 300. Oh. $300 grain. Sorry, and put it over into our stores. We're overpaying for it, but again, I just want to make sure we've got enough space to grow. Speaking of which, we now need more housing. So how are we going to deal with this? We've got food distributed out throughout the city. Is there a particular reason we haven't gone over some of this area? Well, some of this... we could expand out this way a little bit more, I suppose. Got the ruins there, which haven't been excavated. There you go. That stone we've got people to collect is starting to roll in now, which should mean the hole in the wall should have been repaired here. Looks like it has been. So how short are we on workers at the moment? We're now only 19 workers short. Let's upgrade the market here and we'll bring out a little bit more housing on this side. I don't know if there's a particular reason we hadn't built housing here, but I think we need to. So let's sort that out now. The reason we're planting oaks here is just to provide a little bit of protection. In fact, let's remove that one there. So we're trying to provide a little bit of protection for the well. If you put oaks around the well, it stabilizes more water in the ground. So you're going to have slightly better outcomes to your well than you would otherwise have. And on food production, let's see about... what can we do? Or is it under amenities and services? Resources, maybe? So I'm looking for our beehive and I've forgotten where they are. There we go, there's our apiary.
I say, old chap, I think those raiders mean to do us harm.
Hey, Rogans, this morning. Lovely to have you here, my friend. If you're not already following Rogans, you definitely should do it. Twitch.tv/Rogans. Rogans, I was watching a stream last night while streaming. Are you playing Noita this morning? Playing some Baldur's Gate last night. How are you enjoying your day so far, my friend? Hopefully you've had a nice relaxed morning of mass killing. I'd ask you a question, Flanker. So it says Theronym. I do like it, although somehow prefer the first one. There are too few evil first games out there. Evil Genius 2 did have many problems in the beginning. There's also one of the reasons I'm playing it right now to see if those got fixed. So in the end, yes, I really liked it. Would recommend if you like games like Dungeon Keeper, for example. Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 last night and Evil Run is far harder than I thought. Going with the evil theme here. And who's FG? An utterly wonderful streamer. Indeed. There is FG. Would strongly recommend my friend FG. And actually, for a lot of the games you're playing as well, Molly Berry is also an awesome streamer who plays all sorts of city building games, lots of cozy games. Just a chilled out place to hang out. I think Imaflanker is a raider from Rogan's according to Twitch chat. Ah, yes. I was hanging out in Rogan's stream and decided I would raid myself. Everyone else saw the raid and was like, no. If only Flanker had some mods. No, the mods don't do anything. So the Golden Gecko, what's been your favourite game of the last year to play? And not necessarily a new release, just a game that you found yourself playing a lot more. Can people stop dying on the job, please? And thank you. Are you going to grab some food, do some D&D prep, and watching chatting wants to do? How goes the game so far? Looks very pretty. It is a very pretty game. We're doing. We're a little bit short on labourers at the moment. We need to persuade 30 people to move into our area. Which, I mean, if you heard there was a city run by me, what are the chances you would move in? It's, I'm trying to get some more roads set up for our cavalry. And also get ourselves some more roads set up for new housing. And in the snow, it's very difficult to see where those roads are. So if we've got bendy roads, I'm blaming the snow. It knows nothing. We'll try and improve the desirability of the house as well to improve our tax income. So that's what these paths across the back are for. It's to also help improve the desirability. Hey, Doc, all the cool people here this morning. And then they still let me here. If you're not already following us, Dr. Placebo, you definitely should do it. Twitch.tv/It's Dr. Placebo. And Magdivine as well. How are you? Magdivine, Bloodsave Ritual of the Night, I'm replaying it. Ooh. And Doc's been playing a really entertaining playthrough of Ghosts of Tsushima. Highly recommend checking out the VODs. I've been really enjoying watching it. No, lads, I said all the cool people are here. You're here too. Love you, lads. Placebo says on something called Vacation. Have you heard of it? The closest thing I've had to a vacation was my time travelling 2 weeks ago, which I thoroughly enjoyed, where I went all over the UK for meetings. Because we did get to go to 3 zoos, and Flan got to go 4 times to 3 different zoos around the country while I was travelling. Which I believe there are articles and videos coming soon for Gaming Buzz. Wagley says, Flan didn't have a fun time. She was stuck with you. I mean, honestly, totally fair. Or totally unfair if you're a Plan and were stuck with me, I suppose. We need to find ourselves some mega rock. And we have not. What? Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Let's call out the cavalry. Did all our cavalry die? Or was that an additional stable? There we go. Yeah, we're just lacking workers. Okay. Right, I'm just going to call out... Cavalry just casually killing 2 bulls over there after one of our villagers were killed. Right, let's check out the trader before I forget. There's not really anything there that's great for us, other than having some more fish again, but for a nation that doesn't produce any fish, or a town that doesn't produce any fish, we are already doing... One moment.
Fresh coffee made by totes not waggle im called Laz. Message, some purple lights to cheer up plans they also have a nice trundle flanker.
Thank you for the coffee. For those that don't understand why there was a very manly battle cry there, the coffee is linked to a coffee machine, and it makes an espresso every time someone kindly donates a coffee. And I had removed the cup from the machine after the last 2. I was enjoying my coffee and hadn't put another cup there, which will surprise everyone, I'm sure. Right. Never regret my espresso machine. Me neither. Well, never's a long time. Yeah. Don't frequently. Thank you, Wagley. I do like that Wagley just threw Laz under the bus there. You would check the other person. Which one, Molly or FG? I'm guessing FG at this time of day. Yeah, FG's an awesome streamer. Thoroughly recommend her. Which reminds me, I'm meant to be trying to arrange to go out for lunch with FG and Lex. Trader 2. Hang on a wee second. Impending heat wave. Excellent, because that's not a problem. Right, we're selling it for way less than we probably should be. Is there something we can buy from them that would make sense? Actually, all of that clay, we'll buy and transfer that. Our soap production is not looking great. We could do with buying some tallow, and I've not actually seen any anywhere. Sell that honey. We've got loads of meat in stock. Massively overpaying for those, but we can take the hides on because it will let us keep making other goods. And then we can use the transfer items. We probably want to transfer 250 of those to the market. One moment. Right, let's take all of the gold back.
Fresh coffee made by totally not from Laz, but Waggly. Message, best get a move on Flanker. The purple lights are only a warning to let you know Copcoin is not there. By the way, I totally Waggly love you so much. You are a wonderful streamer.
Thank you for the coffee. Definitely not Waggly. There are a lot of things Waggly has said to me. None of them were those. I feel like that might be a Laz trying to defame Waggly there. Right. A raider encampment has been defeated. In addition to the spoils of war, future raider activity has been delayed for the next 12 months to recover from this defeat. That's why I wanted to go and send our cavalry over. I'll go back and find our bands now and then tell them all to head back to barracks. There we go. I feel sick after reading that, says Waggly. Wow. Thank you very much for the coffee so far this morning, Laz, Waggly, and Mark. Much appreciated.
Fresh
No,
coffee
okay,
made by
that's-
Waggly Shrimp. Message, your mom says hi, the cake is delicious, love what you are doing with the stream.
No.
This game is very pretty.
I'm going to assume that was physics because that was 23 espressos. Which is still baking now. I had to refill the water. Thank you very much, physics. That was a far more believable Waggly than Laz's version of Waggly. See, I always assume that my programming skills are off whenever the lights keep flashing. What I forget about is that there are some people in the community who I truly appreciate the support from, who could be accused of light trolling. Don't use my name in vain, says physics. I don't know what your mum's cake tastes like, nor do I use the word pretty. Well. So we're sticking to the story there's a Waggly, right? Who nearly flooded my kitchen. Hmm? And that does sound like Waggly. Yep, I believe it. Right, we need to do something about getting our hands on more tallow. You keep dying of old age. How rude. Okay. So we have our food stores up a little bit. 9 months is kind of where I like to be. We've got our housing availability. We've got availability for about 30 more people. Right, some of this is going to be dirt roads for a little bit, just because I want to plan out a little bit more space. There we go. Wow, the bots are really active today. Mac Divine says, I thought Flanker's mum is a nice lady who gives cake to any non-flanker. Well, you would think that. And I think she's a nice lady. I think Waggly keeps taking all the cake. So we're doing a significant amount of upgrading over here of all of our parks and spending gold on that to increase our income. So you see our taxes from luxuries and from manors are pretty high, and if we want to increase our military to be able to deal with raids that of the size that are starting to come now with all of the additional siege weaponry and stuff, we're going to need to increase our taxes to be able to pay for their salaries. Well, visit your mum, says Waggly. You didn't answer my question earlier about the onion bargee Scotch eggs. I have done a dumb. Also, I've warned your mum to change the locks to keep you away. That sounds like something that you would do. Oh, Flanker hasn't visited you. Oh, that's terrible. How's the locksmith working out for you that I recommended? You offered to pay too. Is that the same locksmith that Plan reminds me is on speed dial? Wavy says, well, to be honest, when I say I have to pay with your own card. Thank you. Thirdum says, also regarding Evil Genius 2, I really love this kind of humour. Trade one technician, intelligent, has 1,000 ideas, almost all of them good. Or the description of the floor show, weaponized minion karaoke, skills drive agents away. Love it. It's very Theme Hospital / 2 Point Hospital. We haven't played that for ages. I don't think we've played 2 Point Hospital since the pandemic. Might have to go back and play. Physics says Flanker has 2 remaining brain cells and they're both fighting for 3rd place. Reasonable. Welcome back, Godly Gecko. That's an interesting sound effect for the crypt. Won't ask too many questions about that. Hey Flanker, if you're online when I'm at some point doing AoE, you can see if one of the Conqueror players will come on and maybe you and your community can try 4v1 them or something. That's very kind of you. Not really for us though. Most of the AoE we play is kind of a chill out. It's part of our Tactical Tuesday or our PvE games. Because I think the skill gap between us and pro AoE players is probably pretty enormous. So we end up playing the Barbarian AI. So it's more of a chilled out way to spend some time versus a try hard PvP. There's actually very few PvP games we play. Or that's not true. There are very few games within our community where we play PvP that the harm isn't yet out for a few minutes. It can be pretty miserable if you've been invited to play games and then you just get ruffle stomped in the first 2 minutes, which already happens with Barbarian AI, but at least we're all working together to deal with that. So, and there's nothing wrong with PvP games, to be super clear, just that our community tends to enjoy more PvE shenanigans. Right, I'm going to go across that way. Then can I go up here? I don't think I care much about these eggs. We were holding on to them early game because, you know, all food is food and it gives you sort of more food variety. But I think we care more about our citizens being able to move around than we do about some eggs. There we go. Ah, bad words. I knew that was going to happen. You know, so we're still sorely lacking stone, but I'm using the stone as we're getting it to improve the aesthetics of the living parts of our city. We should probably use a bit more of it to protect our city, but you know. It's not an efficient way of doing this, but it's at least going to get us some stone back through. Our food's dropped a little bit again. So we'll see if we can sort some of that out. Physics says if you play multiplayer Flanker, you will notice... Oh, sorry. If you play multiplayer with Flanker, you'll notice he always names his characters... describes them with work ethic and strategy. Wow. Still complaining about our hides and shoes. What are you working as you're unable to work? A basket maker. Why are you unable to work? We should have plenty of reeds. There's a reason one of our basket making was such a strong industry for us. And we've still got quite a few willow bushes over here, and we've got more to the north as well, I believe. Villagers, stop dying, please. Thank you. How are our chickens going? Right, this isn't for defensive reasons at all. This is to solve the constantly spawning boar issue. There we go. So we're not actually hunting this boar, so it's just an inconvenience versus anything else. So if we do occasionally kill a boar, so we're losing villagers there on a fairly consistent basis. Not sure how the boar got in there in the first place. Yeah, depending on who's around today, I'm down for some multiplayer games as well. We do have Armour this evening, which I will be joining. So that's one of our community servers. That'll be 9 PM. I'm probably going to join Armour about 7ish. I do need to see plan for a little bit tonight, but I'm probably going to start way earlier than 9. That's 7 PM BST. So if you have Armour and you want to join in, it's just the base game you need and some mods. And it's been really fun. We're playing Anti-Stars the Ultimate, which is a 3-way war versus AI. And we're playing on Altis, which it's just been a really nice change while we've done so many different maps over the years. Going back to Altis has been really nice. A really well designed and balanced map. Because with enough people in Altis, you can do air operations and things. You can do armoured convoys, you can do all sorts. But it's not too constrained, which I really like. So we should put a work camp up here and put workers in it, but we're lacking pop, so we're just trying to get as much done as possible. And that's the reason for this road being built here as well. Let's tell them that's an urgent priority. Should be a third work site just down here. Because that'll mean as people are coming all the way out here, they are they're moving a lot faster. Our food's dropped a bit, chat. We might need to buy some more. Two villagers have died from old age. That's a problem. So how are we doing on our workers front? We're getting there. We're very short on where our soldiers should be, though. And this is cool to see. So all of these upgrades we've been doing here has been improving our desirability. And that means the shelters are upgrading and it will improve our tax income. What are we lacking? Furniture and food types. Well, to try and counter the food types, we did put a root cellar on this side, but it looks like that means we're just getting a lot of beans. And when we've got a few more workers, we'll put some more people into markets. once we've got a surplus of labourers, that will allow them to bring more food locally to where the housing is. And it's particularly important to have them well stocked the further away from your central area they are. I need to go and grab all of the mugs of coffee. Thank you again. Right. How do you guys fancy Old World next? Because I have got a press key for the new DLC. We can try playing a couple of hours Old World. One pot of espresso, please. Pretty much. I mean, to be fair, I think a pot would have less than 26 cups in it. Yeah, give me a second. Let me see if I've got... sorry, we'll just take a moment. Hey, we did manage with that real focus on heavy tools. Our heavy tools are looking good. To the extent, I think we're going to start exporting them. Other than taking their money from them, there's nothing particularly useful there. Although if artifact is not completely terrible. Old World will be fun, says CK. Hey, CK, how are you? I'm incredibly talented artist and editor for Gaming Buzz. We can read some of CK's stories at gaming.buzz. Also, there should be lots of products up soon TM on the Gaming Buzz store. Hopefully this weekend. We got all of the metal versions through, CK. So if you would like some, let me know, and I will arrange one of each for you. Oh yeah, hi. Didn't realise I was lurking. Totally reasonable. Yep, no worries. I will. They're going through QC tomorrow. Where Plan and I are going to sit and go through them, but they look pretty awesome. I don't know if you thought about any design for packaging for them, but it's happy. There we go. Yeah, no worries. I think it's probably going to be like an A7 or A8 hang cell. But I'm open to suggestions because I haven't thought that through yet. Let's see what the merchants are bringing us. Please say you bought some Tanno. So one of the things I really like about this, I think Manlords doesn't manage to do quite the same way, is the requesting items. So something you can do, if you are desperately short of something to a game-breaking extent, you can actually ask the merchants to bring you that particular thing, but they will charge you a significant premium for it. Which I think is a really neat way of doing it. And the pricing is variable, but just because you've got a large supply of it doesn't mean that it goes to zero. Which the I think the update before last in Manlords really kind of made it rough to play and made Manlords really there being only 1 or 2 real strategies to play. Have you tried Fabledom? No, I haven't. Would you recommend, importantly? I'm concerned about our food stocks. I think I'm going to do that to reinforce our food stocks and do that to get some gold back in. We're not going to manage to sell any more of these. Certainly not that price. But that should help us a little bit. Have a look at Fable in a minute. Fire says Federman felt very, very flat to me. Okay, what made you say that, Fire? What was the challenges you found with it? Same issue you have with Tropico. Okay, Tropico is not a good city builder. It's all the humour fabled in films like Anno Light, and it's only about the campaign and story. Okay. You requested a review key for it the other day. I found the concept really interesting. Want to look at it from a meta perspective rather than play for myself. If that makes sense. City builder in a fairy tale setting. Interesting. Give me a second. Oh, hang on, that makes sense. Yes! Chat, I've got a game we're playing today. Oh, maybe I don't. Is it out? Come on. Speed Freaks Open Beta is back on. I wondered, I got a download to the press copy of Speed Freaks. An update the other day. I was like, I wonder what's happening with that. And the Skulls Festival's on Steam. So we'll be playing a bit of Speed Freaks a little bit later on. Sorry, I totally didn't get distracted by that. Nope. Makes sense. Okay. So again, I've just sent you a copy of Fabledom, so you can have a play of it yourself. Hey, Mr. Danny, welcome. You're downloading Speed Freaks as we speak. Excellent. I have stuck in the social channel so people can have access to it a wee bit early as well. Because if you know we're playing it, then you can download it. Looks like we're going to have a packed day today. Right. Uh-oh. Damn it. Well, that was silly. Right, they're less likely to steal all our pottery. And we have raiders. What happened? 159 of them. Excellent. Cool. This is a problem. So, our alarm system went off. So Wagley Donk, Siakane, Highland Tracker, Cody, Edrin, and Alia are going to try and hold the line. You see our barracks full of archers is doing some damage. Alright, they've got cavalry too. I was going to bring our pikemen out, but I think they're better off defending us as archers at the moment. Lolwyn has just taken it upon themselves to fight a barbarian mounted and did quite a bit of damage, to be fair, for someone that didn't have anything but their hunter's axe. Hey Daft, how are you? Lovely to have you here, my friend.
I say, old chap, I think those raiders mean to do us harm.
You are not wrong, Goodney. Oh, there's a scary looking chap there. Darth says, looks so smartly to those guard towers in the middle of town. Also, the Lancers seem to be doing work. Indeed. Let's let none survive. I mean, Wagley and Searcane are leading the charge. Yes, the additional arrows, between the arrows being fired by the garrison of villagers, plus the crossbows being fired from the fort by our archers, we have some heavy infantry in case the fort crumbles, and then we've got quite a lot of pikemen there. So specifically put there to deal with the raider cavalry, because they are actually pretty fearsome. Although, I mean, there's fearsome, and then there's like Wagney and Searcane on the back of a horse. You've never seen fearsome until you've seen a sloth whose riding time has been interrupted rudely. Indeed, this is the long spoon. Get him! phase through my walls, will you? Adding insult to injury. The last of them being hunted down by peasants. I think this might be a straw, actually. You know those spoons, those straws with a spoon on the end of them for... Oh, I did not see that siege weaponry here. Let's get rid of that. Right, the three of them just murdered another. Yeah, particularly when there's siege weaponry, the cavalry are so useful because they can thunder around even a larger city and deal with the siege weaponry that's going to be causing a lot of problems for the walls and a lot of damage to your city. I'll clear their banner. Oh, piece of candy. Right, let's deal with the... Well, that wasn't too bad. The last time, I mean, they destroyed a hunting lodge. That's a bit annoying. Most of the damage is to the palisade gates, which, truth be told, is what they're there for. So, 19 raiders didn't die in that raid. I'm drinking the bucket of coffee from my machine. A round of applause there, obviously just for our cavalry. Alright, that's not a bad outcome for us. Our food is dropping. We definitely have some problems. But we seem to be getting there. And we'll absolutely accept those immigrants. More immigration is more good. Sorry, Jet. I had to go and get the door there. Right. Okay, so we... If we're going to play lots of games today, I suppose we should probably try some of the Behind the Throne. should call Fridays Fanboy Friday, where you play what you're excited about or want to play. Well, that is going to be this Friday, I think, because we're going to be switching over in just a moment to Old World for all the ones to join. Totally not me just making sure I've got it all installed. So we were meant to be switching over 5 minutes ago, but I had to do some artwork creation. Oh. What? Yeah. Right. I don't know if I've got the right version of Old World, but I'll try getting that up and running in a second. And we'll do some switching over. When Old World in about 5 minutes. I was just going to say that I think what we're going to do is save up our Farthest Frontier here after the successful defense against the ravages of the raiding horde. We've managed to increase our pop by not very much because people keep dying of old age. How rude. And we have managed to stabilize our food a little bit. And we've definitely solved the problem of our heavy tools now, where we've actually managed to export a large number of them to bring more wealth into the city, such as the city has never seen before. And we've found some more stone while we're going around as well. So what we're going to do is try and switch over to Old World now. So for those watching us on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like, subscribe and ring the bell icon, it would really help. There is already another stream up on YouTube now. The cunning plan for the rest of the day looks like we're just going to be playing a couple of hours each for a few games. So I think we're going to do some Old World. We'll try out some Speed Freaks because the Skulls Festival is on at the moment. And yes, that town looks so fancy in the dark. I've been told I look more fancy in the dark as well, but that might just be plan being nice. Also, we should allow all of our victorious lancers to return to battle. So, let's go. We'll send everyone back there. Let's save ourselves up. There we go. And just check that's saved. Oh, okay. Well, let's quit ourselves out of here for now. Also, there is some fabulous music coming up. So we'll just take a few moments to change everything over. I will leave you with some music to listen to. And I think it should be fairly fast, though. Let's find out. I'm also trying to work out which version of Old World I'm meant to be in, or whether the DLC is just going to exist for me in the main branch. So I'm going into the beta branch first, so it may have a few problems. In the meantime, I'll leave you with some music to listen to just while I get everything sorted, and I'll be back in just a moment.